Before we started, Tony suggested that we all take our shirts off for this podcast today, go Bert Kreischer style, and just.
Well, what happened is that Billy took off his sweater,
and it looked like, and we saw his belly for a little.
Can you guys do that? I my entire life have not been able to take off a jacket or a hoodie without my shirt underneath.
Me and Chris talked about this.
The only
it's
way
a dangerous
is to
game.
Get the arms in first. Is the only way to.
You gotta hold the bottom too, like
right.
Yeah.
So what do you do?
Arms in. And then hold and over.
I turn away very nervously and take it off and don't let anyone see my belly button.
I like pull like this sometimes and it still always catches and then my stomach's out and it happens to me like at the worst places. Like I take my daughter to a music class and no, I'm like I will die of heat today because I'm not going to show everybody my belly.
Yeah. But why wouldn't you just take it off in the car before?
Because I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Bert and
I also, by the way, at a music class, sorry, we'll get to Bert in a second. I also last time died of heat in my music class.
That can't be true.
How about they crack on an AC?
You're still here.
I'm still here.
Yeah, he died, but he's here.
But I was telling my wife, I'm like, I am so hot, and I was like visibly sweating, and she's like, take off your jacket.
Yeah, normal.
And I'm like, but I'm wearing a Jazz Chisholm Drill Your Mama shirt. I can't probably wear this in a music class for children. So I knew as soon as
the shirt says "Drill Your Mama."
Yeah, because what happened was last year he like pimped out a home run.
A Roy and Jazz collab?
No, well, he was celebrating after he hit a home run, and then someone said they should drill him, and he responded, "Drill your mama."
Of course.
So I bought the shirt because of course I'm going to buy that shirt.
Right.
And then I wore it, I think, to work, and I had a hoodie on, whatever. And then I didn't get a chance to change, and then I was driving in, and I was like, this is not an appropriate T-shirt to wear at a children's class. So then I went and I put the hoodie on, knowing I'm going to be hot. And then I was sweating the whole time. My wife was like, take off your jacket. I'm like, I can't. I'll explain later. And then I showed her the shirt. And she's like, yeah, you should. Why were you wearing that? And I'm like, I don't know.
Does she not like it?
She's fine with the shirt, but for the, location, it was inappropriate. I also have this shirt, like the Dade Wear company down in Dirty Ethics. It's DADE and it's like spray painted. So they sent the show a couple years ago a bunch of shirts and jackets and all this stuff.
You have a Westchester hat, too.
I have a Westchester hat that I purchased. So I was already buying things from there, same company. So like when they sent stuff, I loved it. But I have a shirt that says DADE and then it has a cartoon twerking on top of it. But it's like a cartoon's butt is out. And I'm like,
that's what you need to wear to the barbershop.
I can't wear that. You know what? You might be right because I see that shirt and I'm like.
Again with the barbershop.
But here's the thing.
But
I
should wear that.
I can't wear that shirt anywhere. I can't wear that to work. It's inappropriate. I can't wear that at home. I have, family, children, whatever coming over. I can't wear that anywhere. And then it's like, well, do I give this away? And it's like, well, I would feel bad giving that to Goodwill and having like, this is my donation. Here's a cartoon twerking. So I feel like I'm just stuck with that shirt until the day that I die.
Barbershop. They'll respect you. They'll be like, oh, this guy's not a cop.
You might be right about that.
I am. Thank you.
So Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about him and how
Kreischer.
We were talking about how he has, like, he's so confident in the way he looks with his shirt off, and it got me thinking about how we see ourselves. Because I think he is just doing a bit. He knows he's a little overweight, but he just owns it. But in general, as somebody who may have put on some weight in recent months and stuff, like, when I look at myself in the mirror, it's just always a weird thing of the way you see yourself. I want to know how other people see me is what I'm really getting at
You
here.
tend to be more highly critical of yourself.
Right. Yeah, that's what I mean.
For sure.
Because sometimes you'll see something, a friend will be like, oh my God, I look terrible. Look how I look in that. And you look at it and you're like, no, you look fine to me. Look, that's just how you look.
But it goes further than that. It goes further than that. Like, do you guys like hearing your own voices?
That's what I was going to
That's weird too.
Yeah, I know. I hate mine. It's terrible to me. So I don't.
It's not great.
Then
imagine and then just a bunch of random facts thrown at you with that voice.
No, but that's just like part of like comparison culture, right? Like we're older, so it probably doesn't affect us as much as younger people.
It affects
but you
equally.
push anything you see or hear. Like we hear these great voices, you're like, oh, I didn't.
I wish there was a mirror I could stand in front of, and it's like this is what other people see. And like for one time,
it's a regular mirror. Yeah, other people see you.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, but you guys know
called
what
a mirror.
No, I know you guys. I get it. Logic tells you that, but I'm telling you, we see ourselves differently, and I want to see me how you guys see me.
I think you are, especially you, since you've been given like Fat Chris nickname and all that. You're really hypercritical about your own body, and I don't like you make it seem like you're a beluga whale, and you are not. I'll tell you right now.
Like I see you like a normal guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You have.
Here we go.
Like I see Billy normal too.
Here we go.
No, you have like
I'm a barrel chested.
Yeah, you have a different body type, I would say.
I have
not like a big upper body.
In my stand up set, that I haven't unveiled yet. I have a. I'll unveil a little bit that I've been working on.
No,
about
don't.
About
Let it be a
how
surprise.
I'm a medium. I walk into a room. I've been the fattest guy
You're
in the
not a
room
medium.
and the skinniest guy in the room.
Depends on what room you're in.
Like that's what I mean. Like you, Tony. I don't think. When have you ever been the fattest guy in the room?
Not often.
Wait, you
is
said
my
you're the
guess.
skinniest person in the room?
Yeah, I have some bigger friends.
Oh,
I've hung. Yeah, I have others, but I've hung out with a group.
Shout out to Joey.
Anthony too, another friend of mine. I have a group of friends
Not
that
me,
I'm not. I'm probably the smallest in the group. But it's
You're kind of
us middles. People don't think about us. You talk about
Respectfully.
fat people. You talk about skinny people. Us middles.
You're a very forgettable group.
yeah.
You're kind of like
We need white women support.
Is
What?
Mike Fuentes
part
a
of the
middle?
joke. Yeah, that's right.
Is Mike Fuentes a
that.
middle?
I feel like we need more of that joke before you give us the punchline and don't understand. Don't give us the joke. Keep
No,
it.
no, I'm saying-
When are you gonna unveil this stand-up
He's,
set?
he's working on it.
Yeah.
We're doing a whole
He
thing.
chuckled at.
You're like
we need Mike.
you're
I think you're
rectangular,
funny.
kind of.
I am.
Yeah.
Rectangular. No,
It's
I
not
see you as
great.
a cylinder.
No, but like
Yeah,
he does.
yeah.
You don't have like
Not
a.
great.
That
Also
that
not
sounds
great.
negative. Yeah, that sounds negative.
I don't like
I
either.
don't like that.
I don't like
Yeah,
either
I don't
of
like
those.
that.
No,
Mike
look,
Fuentes
like if
worse.
How did we get here?
No.
Just dissecting me. Can you zoom
Well,
in a little more on me,
you
please?
started it.
You did start the top.
Look,
Okay.
like if I were to draw Chris Cody.
Oh no.
Let me
Oh,
use
hold
a
on, give
let
me
me
a
use a
paper.
sharpie.
I mean, I'll
or
draw
something.
Billy then. I mean,
So
geez.
That's fine. You can draw me. I don't
Chris,
care.
if I tell you to take your shirt off right now, would you
Don't do it. Don't do that.
I'm more confident than
Now.
ever in my life
Now?
with taking off my shirt. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, like in high school, I would before baseball practice, I would be like rushing, turning away, and I'm bigger now, but for some reason I just kind of own it.
In high school, I swore I was a cow. And
Yeah.
then I look back at those pictures and I'm like, yo, I was a twig.
Yeah,
Like,
same.
what was I thinking? Like,
Same.
Yeah.
It is wild how in high school I thought of myself as overweight, and it probably was 50
best
pounds
shape
lighter.
of your life, yeah.
So Bird has this thing where he's opposite, right? He has like body dysmorphia, but the other way.
Yeah, he thinks
where he
he-
looks and he thinks he's jacked. He's like, yeah, look at me, dude. Look at my chest.
No,
I'm huge.
dude, it's like I said, when he did that interview with us, he looked pretty jacked.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
from
He's
nips,
good from,
nips
like-
up.
like, nips up.
Like he has that I'm a strong dad bod.
Yeah.
That's because he had shoulders and he had
he
arms.
works
like,
out. Like
Yeah.
he does
Yeah.
workouts and stuff. He just drinks like a fish.
All right,
Which
I don't look
also-
terrible. Billy's drawing me.
Yeah, see, he's kind of rectangular.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me
can't see.
that.
You kind of look like the Yeti from that old ski game.
This is a
that
dangerous
Microsoft
game.
had.
You're not
putting
very
the-
good at
Can I-
drawing.
let me
Yeah.
see
Well,
it. wanna
I'm
draw
not.
him.
I wanted to
Can
do
you
a
show the
quick.
camera again one more
No, I've learned my
I wanna
lesson. You
draw
don't put up a white
has
sheet of
to, let
paper
me
with
see,
something
let
on
me
it. People just put whatever things on there, and then.
That's true.
Oh,
you
shit.
became a meme.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You're done. Yeah.
Now
Anyway.
you're drawing me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw it because he said more rectangular.
Are we all
I
gonna do
said
this?
more
I like this game.
cylindrical.
I don't love it.
Well, you don't have like a big belly.
I also don't love this angle. Can we go away from this angle?
That's not
please?
that
Thank you.
bad. That's what I'm telling you. That's not that bad.
Yeah, Chris.
Oh, I look
see,
better like
there?
this.
Yeah, you sucking
you
it
gotta
in though.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah, a
This
little
is
bit.
normal.
Theater of the mind.
This is normal.
Anyway,
God, Jesus, dude.
How's your posture?
Lay off the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Just,
No,
like,
how's your
criticizing
posture?
Myself. I don't know.
I
You tell me.
have terrible posture.
what are you drawing that
Like,
picture for? It's so tiny.
especially
No
like
one
with
can
these
see that.
chairs. I
I'm
feel like
gonna
I'm
give it to
always
Chris.
hunched.
Yeah.
Yeah, like see, I'm like, and then when I stand up straight, like I push my boobs out, and it makes me look
Yeah.
like an asshole.
You know when
like,
my posture was the worst during the pandemic? When we were working from home, I would sit at my
Terrible.
dining room table.
Oh, all
I
day.
would
Yeah.
stand up after work, and my back would be. It was
hurting,
the worst.
right? Yeah. Well, that's why I bought the stand-up desk, the one
Yeah,
that I
this
first saw
desk.
here, because it's
Yeah.
so much better. And like then my back starts hurt. This is all late 30s problems.
Look at
But,
us.
yeah, I know.
We're old, man. Can I tell you something that I felt like sad and old about this week?
No.
Okay.
I drew something I didn't want to draw.
What did you draw?
No, because like I wanted to show him having pecs,
Oh,
but
no.
And
they
you
don't
drew
look like.
boobs?
Yeah, they don't look like pecs.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Well, I don't have pecs, so.
Yeah, no artist here. Let me tell you.
Oh, thank
When are you gonna join us in the Iron Temple, Chris?
I'm getting to it. It's a slow burn.
Oh,
I'll
you,
do the
you
Billy
hold
thing.
it now.
You look at that camera over there. No one can see that.
Nobody
You drew it
can
so
see it.
I'm
small.
just setting up for that
Oh, but
meme.
you
I
guys
just
Hold
wanna
on.
zoom
We have
in,
we have
you
the
can zoom
power
in.
of camera.
See, like,
That's it. There
Tony
you go.
made me look better
Going
than
great.
Billy.
see, like right
He
there.
drew
I wanted
boobs
to
on
draw-
you.
What's
know-
up with the boobs?
I love how it has to have
Show
a
what
hat
I
on.
drew. Show what I drew.
I wanted to draw the pecs.
It's on the
other
same
side.
piece of
Yeah,
paper.
other side.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, careful.
Oh,
That's the
whoa.
microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not safe to use paper.
This is going
oh no,
great.
you get no. It's on yours.
Oh,
It's on yours. You didn't know.
here you go.
Here we go. Rip it. Come on, let's do this.
I drew your beard.
Quality
Oh, you drew a
content.
beard.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. Can I tell you why I felt old and sad the other day?
See,
Yeah, I don't. No, the square is
He's
not
not a
it.
square
Yeah.
guy. He's
No,
a
if you
cylinder.
draw- I
Also,
mean-
I have
Okay,
two
so-
cestas
yeah,
as my
no,
arms.
exactly what I was saying. What are these? This guy has like penguin fins. as arms.
Oh, you have to.
Peg
Part of
arms.
this. Part of this is your shorts.
Peg
Oh,
arms.
hell yeah.
There you go.
Oh, that's the seam.
Yeah, that's. Let's not go
bit
crazy
thin.
here. As a young person, I was more excited about the NBA Finals. Like I used to go out. I
How
used
young?
to. Well, I mean the first one.
06. You
Yeah,
were-
like
yeah.
06 was
How
the
old were
first
you in
one.
06?
That was my first year.
You would've been, like, 20
of
or
college.
19, yeah.
Yeah, I was
Like prime viewing time.
like 19 years old. And
a mischievous Billy Gill.
no, but like I would go. No, dude, I would go out and we go out to Mr. Moe's to watch. The
Hey,
film.
Mr. Welcome, dude.
You'd have to go like
I don't know what this is.
Get yourself some
It's
moose
Place in the
juice.
Grove.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this is the way that it worked is that it was a like at night it was like a sports bar.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was a restaurant during the day.
And
So
it
if
was
you
like-
got there like before 7 o'clock or whatever,
And it looked like the forest,
you just would go in
It looked like a log cabin.
as
Yeah.
a restaurant.
which is why no one ever bought that when they had it for sale. Because it looked like a log cabin. Like, who would want this?
Yeah,
Unless
they
it's
put
like
logs on
Bass
the
Pro
outside.
Shops, nobody would want
That
it.
place was awesome.
I loved
And then
it.
on Wednesdays they used to have a mechanical bull in the back.
Yeah, dude, and you get a moose juice for like $2.
Yeah.
which is just fruit punch
With a
loaded with some
floater
well
on
alcohol.
top.
Yeah,
But I used to
151 floater on top.
I used
every
to-
town in America has one of these places. Every town in America has a Moe's.
Well, I would go like super early to make sure that I could be in
You
there
got a good
for the
seat,
game.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and then like when they'd be on a way, I'd go to the road rallies and all that stuff. And
too.
I remember thinking like back at time, like, man, I used to like this used to be the part of my day, like the center part. What's going on with you over there?
He's touching his chest.
Jason's telling me a story about how Moe's, I keep calling him Mr. Moe's, how Moe's had a lobster tank in the back, and they would do like if you catch it, they cook it thing, which is
And
very
you thought
inhumane.
reacting to Jason's story on air that we couldn't hear.
Well,
was
see, the
clip.
thing is,
Now
the way
I see how Dan
the
feels.
way cameras work is that they have to put me on
But we
camera
don't
to
talk
see it.
into the
So,
microphone. He's
unless
having a
Billy-
conversation
That's
with
true.
Jason.
He goes,
You could
that's
ju-
crazy.
You could just turn your microphone
I didn't
off and
say
tell
that.
him
I
that.
didn't
say that. I
something.
definitely did not.
You
I
reacted.
doubt it even got picked
There
up.
was some. We heard
We
it.
all heard it.
That's right, but that doesn't mean the world heard it.
What? Do you know how this works?
Yeah.
Why is there a trout in here?
Wow, he just said F you guys and he turned the microphone off to say it. I read his lips.
It's
Yep,
a dead
said it again.
fish. It's a dead fish. is
Oh,
what that
Billy,
is.
here. Okay. Do you know how fragile this entire ecosystem is, Billy? You could have done something completely horrible here. I don't know what.
This is a great audio.
I could have
thing,
broken the glass because I threw the fish at the
No,
glass.
man, something could have fallen.
Yep.
Imagine if a TV falls because you hit the glass.
That's Billy's thing. He's
and
like
the power goes out and the fire alarm.
Billy's like a very like well thought out person, but you get like give him like a ball in
Yeah,
a
he's
studio,
gonna
and he
throw
just
it
starts
hard.
like
I
throwing.
punted one today outside, and
Yeah.
Cynthia looked at me and
we
was like,
know.
"What is
It's like,
wrong with
it's
you?"
like your outlet.
Yeah,
It's like your outlet to be wacky.
What do you mean?
exactly. Don't give him a hard ball of any
No.
sort.
No,
He's
this
gonna
one
throw
was
it at
this
you.
one was stuffed.
I know, but
Yeah.
there's been times where there's a
punted
hard
it.
football and you punt that.
I remember him punting a football into the roof of the Cleveland
Uh-huh.
one time, and that was like my third week there.
I did not do that.
You did.
I did swing golf clubs and hit golf balls, but it was against like a curtain, so it was fine. I missed once.
There's one that you almost killed me with.
All right, we'll be back.
So, anyways, as I was saying before, it used to be like the build-up for the day. Like you had the schedule. It was like, oh my god, the Heat are here. They could win the championship.
Yeah.
This is like a huge thing. This is so exciting. And then you'd figure out like, where am I going to go on you know Wednesday for the next game? Where
Who's
am I
gonna
going to
get there
go for this?
first? Get
Yep.
the table.
Yep.
Exactly.
How many
and
do
you
we have tonight?
Will they
We
sit
gotta
us?
make sure.
Will they sit us before the whole crew shows up? Because if you got 8 people coming,
Exactly.
they're like, "We need your whole party," and the guy that gets there
Exactly.
at 6:30 is now sitting there with his thumb up his burnt because he can't get the
Exactly.
table.
This guy knows. This
I
guy
mean,
has been the
it's
guy
life.
with the thumb up his burn.
I still do that though. I
Okay,
love
so,
going out.
so I was gonna say, so that's
I did it
that's
yesterday.
that's why I felt bad because I realized
Where'd you go?
Nowhere. I was made it up just for the story. I was home alone
Sorry.
with my wife.
well then you weren't alone.
I know.
Well, he
I wasn't doing the cool like 6:30. I'll be there early, and I was like, I did it last night. And then he's like, "Where'd you go?" And I was like, "Shit, I didn't really do it last night. I'm
I
old
was on
now."
the couch.
I was trying to seem still young, and I might do it this weekend though.
I was
Really?
Probably
so,
not.
Oh.
Okay, so it hit me right like it was like 20 minutes before the game, and I go to let my dogs outside, and I was like,
So old.
I was like, this is so
That's the
sad.
whole thing.
Like this is so sad. Like this game's about to start. Like I'm gonna
you
be
don't care.
watching the couch. It's not that I don't care, but like I'm not gonna go out.
He doesn't
I'm
get
not
he doesn't get hyped up.
I
That's all.
don't. I didn't have the same energy, and I know that it's just a me thing because I know that around town everybody's doing it. Like there's a 19-year-old Billy that's out there doing the exact same thing that I was doing, and there's people probably at Flanagan's and all these places doing the exact
sure.
same thing for all these games. And then I thought to myself, man, should I go big? Should I do this on Saturday or something? I guess the next game's on
we
Sunday,
should all
so I
go
shouldn't.
somewhere.
Well, I have to work on Monday, so it's not going to happen on Sunday.
Yeah, I
But
agree.
we all,
You can always leave early. You don't gotta be there the whole game.
Panthers game is
Well,
Saturday.
last night
yeah,
was
but I don't really.
yeah,
last
yeah,
night was prime. Like
No, I care.
I see where this game
No,
is
you don't.
going. I could watch the rest of this game on my phone
Well,
in bed.
I didn't watch the second half
What
because
last? Yeah, the other night.
I actually
For
went
sure.
to sleep in the fourth quarter.
yeah, no,
It's Friday, you can
I
say
was
that.
I
I
didn't
told
even
myself
know what day it was. To be
I
honest,
told myself I'm gonna take a shower at halftime, and then I got out. I started looking
I
at my
said,
phone.
"Self, I'm gonna
Yeah, no,
shower."
I looked at my phone and I go, "This is going terribly. I'm not turning this back on."
No,
Like,
third quarter, I made the move to go to bed, but I was watching it on my phone, like laying in ESPN
Yeah.
Plus or whatever, like watching it.
is that the worst when you're laying in bed and you have the phone above you?
You
and
drop it on your face?
Your wife's sleeping, but your pinkies start getting numb because they're above your heart.
Huh? I never.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
I'm more of a side. I'll lay on my side and like.
I'll fall asleep in 2 seconds if I do that.
Have you been to?
You drop your phone on your face though often.
Not often, but enough where
Once
I
a
know.
month?
Enough that you remember it.
Once a month.
Enough where I've almost lost teeth.
Have you guys been to like Five Below or one of those types where they
Five
sell?
Below.
Kind of a scam.
Love Five Below.
Some of the things aren't Five Below. Some of the things are more
Well, that's a
expensive.
whole. Now they have a whole
Have
nother,
you
like
heard
VIP section behind it.
Have you heard the open that fan made for us for like the worst conspiracy theory show?
Yeah.
It's just your clips. It's really funny. And if we haven't played it on the show, I know it's weird.
Can
that
we
I'm
get it?
talking
You know
about
what?
it.
I'll add it right now.
Yeah.
Introducing the world's worst conspiracy theorist.
There's parts where there was things built with slave labor, absolutely. But
He's got conspiracies.
that's what's going on with these ping pong balls. There's something there that's being magnetized up to the suction cup thing. There was a cataclysmic event maybe about 11,000 years ago. And the grated Parmesan like thing that you put on your spaghetti.
Love it.
It's like 10% like wood salt. Dan, I don't think there's any more buried treasure left.
And theories?
It's all gone. They all took it. It's all gone. It's all in different places. We're looking for nothing. When you have something, it attracts something. We used to have iPhones, these things that you could call and listen to music, and they're like, "What's music?" But then I looked it up, and I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds good. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounds great.
That won't blow your mind.
Can you say that without a doubt? You're a fool then. Science is wrong.
Now we'll continue, but we have no idea how long the thing
Yeah.
was.
No,
So
it
the
was
timing
good.
wise
It
is going to
doesn't
be
matter.
totally off.
Dude, I do what I want around here. I'll
Wow.
make the whole thing work.
Okay.
Well, I was gonna see if you could do like EP stuff and like go get it and then play it
No.
like on the show.
He doesn't-
Dude,
he
we've had a week. All right.
He doesn't even know that he can't talk on the thing while we're talking. He can
Yeah,
have his own
exactly.
conversation with Jason, who
Yeah,
nobody knows.
I'm a fucking idiot. Don't.
Whoa, you're not supposed
That's
to say
on you,
that.
brother.
That's on the list of
That's-
words
that
that you're
on
not
you.
supposed to
But
say.
that's another thing I can change.
You did
that's
that.
the thing. I have control.
I thought about
I'm
the
basically
Barbie.
God right now.
Yeah.
That's the dangerous game.
But Billy, I agree with you. Like
I haven't even gotten to what I was going to say.
the
What do you
point that
agree
you were,
with?
the point
You
that
don't
were
like to go
saying-
out anymore.
No,
We know
what
where
I
you're-
was
I can
gonna-
already tell where you're going.
Wait, hold on. Before we get to that,
You
You
were
used to like to go out. Now you're old.
You
No.
were in bed in the third quarter. I got where you're going.
no, before
bed.
that, when I was asking about Five Below, have you seen the
Oh, yeah.
things that you can go and put around your neck that holds up the phone so you don't even
Oh,
need
wow.
your
I have seen
arms?
that. I have seen
It is like it's the greatest sign of the downfall of like
I was gonna-
humanity.
that's how you get rich in America now. How can you make us lazier?
Yeah.
If you can make us lazier,
It's a thing that you put
multimillionaire.
around your neck and it holds your phone so you don't have to use your hands. So
So
you
that's
can
for
just
like
watch that.
airplanes, though, right?
If you get on an airplane like that, TSA should take you out.
Yeah,
But you put it in
you're
your
a
bag
danger
and
to
then you
society.
take it out after, and then you set it up there.
I'm Googling phone neck holder because that has to be what it's called, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys have never seen one of these
Good
things?
Google.
Sounds
keywords
like
there.
$29.99 on Amazon.
Nope, $13.99 on Amazon.
They'll break in a
And
week.
for sure you could find it cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Sure, breaking a week.
You guys haven't seen this before? Look at
Let
this
me
thing.
see. Oh God, that is so cheap.
Oh, that's
That thing
terrible.
will
Look,
break
right
in
now.
I'll throw a
5
picture
Yeah,
up.
God,
I'll throw
tell
a
them
picture
that
up.
to put it up
Yeah,
there
I'll
so
throw a
people
I
can see what it is.
ever see that in the wild, I'm gonna just slap the person.
Definitely
right in
make
the
fun of
face.
that person, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
At lea-
5% off extra, so it's not even $13.99. Anyway, so yeah, I'm old because I didn't have
You
the
don't
same
care
thing.
about the heat game anymore.
It's
No,
not that I don't care about the heat thing. It's that I have other things going on that I can't just drop everything.
No, because
go
now-
out until God knows what time.
He thinks about work the next day. Like there's a bunch of stuff that I'm like.
You could
oh,
also
you
drop
know,
everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's an option.
yeah.
No.
Like, what were you doing prior to the lead up of the game?
Prior to lead up to the game, I was editing God Bless Football and God Bless Hockey.
You know what you gotta do? You got, honey, I gotta work tonight. It works like a charm.
So you go to Flanagan's.
And I, just
have
go, I gotta
beers.
watch the game.
Well,
We're-
did she
we're
say we have a
doing-
TV at home?
We're going live at Flanny's.
Is
and
that-
we,
that-
I gotta
that's
be-
how
That's
you
just
get
a
it.
lie.
I gotta do a
Doesn't
reaction
know?
video, and then we're on Twitter.
But
like
what about-
Twitter Spaces, and then we're on,
When you never do
IG
any of that, what
Live,
happens?
yeah.
Hey, I have a question
No,
for
we
you.
do it. I did it.
It's
was great.
TV. We got canceled. Oh, the bar didn't
Yeah.
come through.
The
I
Wi-Fi.
was already there.
I have a question for you.
Periscope.
Follow up. Periscope.
Hasn't been
That's
around
another
in years.
thing we're doing.
Yeah.
We're going live on
Hasn't been
Periscope.
around
Don't
in
Twitch,
years.
just
Remember we
say
used
Twitch.
to walk to we
to
used
the
to go
garage and we would Periscope.
with
yeah.
Allison.
Periscope was cool, and then Twitter bought it, I think. And that's it.
So my follow-up to you was you promised an uptick in your Chris Cody
Oh.
IG subscriptions.
It's been
Have you-
great. It's booming. The slow burn is now. The burn has been
caught
slow,
up?
and now it's fast.
What does that mean?
I did something today. I'm doing something tomorrow. It's a lot.
What did you do today?
I just did a little video walking in.
What was the video? It was
Well,
just
just me talking, reacting to games.
True.
Game 1.
He's
You know,
letting
just
the back- counting the back.
little lay of the land.
My favorite thing that you did the other day is when we got something here in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Man, this is too good for the paid guys,"
Right.
and I'm like, "That's the point.
I know.
the good stuff is supposed to go to the paid
I
guys."
often start a story thinking it's going to be for the subscribers, and then I do it, and I'm like, I don't want only 58 people to see this.
Wait, no, what?
What?
So you do good things,
doesn't
and then
get
you're
it.
like,
Yeah, he
I don't
doesn't
want
get
to
it.
pay this. I don't
But
want
like,
this to give it to the
this
people that
content
pay
is
me.
so good that I want
Everybody to see it.
17. I want 17,000 people to see this, and then maybe they'll be like, oh, I got to check out this, and then like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to. Do
You know what you should start doing? You should start. I'll help you with this.
Yeah.
We'll edit up to the good point, and then you'd be like, "Ah, you gotta subscribe, see the rest."
That I've
Yeah.
tried doing
Little
that
teaser.
stuff,
Why
like
don't you do that,
teaser
Billy?
stuff.
Little teaser.
Why don't you do so the subs?
I feel guilty
Yeah.
doing it, to be perfectly honest
When
with
are
you.
we gonna start your influencer series?
I only want people that can
That's-
afford it.
That's another question.
If you can't afford it, don't do it.
The thing
like
is
gambling.
that here's it sounds ridiculous, but like I don't want the people that I actually know and am friends with and stuff like that subscribing, and I feel like they would.
You can see who subscribed.
I
So,
know,
like,
but
your
I would
family,
feel
you'd be, like,
guilty.
weird, like, hey,
like,
your
hey,
sister subscribe for $6 a month.
exactly.
and,
I
like,
would feel guilty
you see it
taking.
anyway?
Yeah,
But
like,
that's their choice.
and I also know, not that I know, I have a fear of becoming Chris, where it's
Yeah.
like I'm not putting stuff out. So
Yeah.
like I started
content
thinking.
burden.
Yeah.
I started thinking of different things. Like I was gonna give myself like mini series and just put them on there if I were to ever
Like
do
what?
it. Well, I can't tell you.
Well, give me an example, like a fake one.
Well, if I,
There wasn't a fake one. That
To Billy's point, where I failed is I gotta have like something like that. Like this is what I'm doing.
Secret
'Cause
meals with
right
Chris
now
Cody, I
it's
told
just
you.
like I just do whatever I want. There's
I have
no
a-
like people don't know what they're getting. Like I should have like this is what I do.
Content strategy.
Like,
I
yeah,
have,
exactly.
I have a list of ideas.
I was just like, ooh, money.
look. The other day I was like,
That's really what it
the other
comes
day
down
I
to.
was.
Oh, you don't want
yeah.
to do it?
The other day I was laying around and I wrote down a bunch of stuff that could be things, and they involve all you guys. So I'll just run through them real quick.
Ooh,
Love it.
exciting.
Right? One of them
Mark
was
Tank.
talked off, which is you watch TikToks and you talk about ones you like, don't like, talked off. Then there was Sunday Smetties, which was for Jessica. Then there was Secret Meals with Chris Cody.
want-
which-
What
which
is
the one I
Sunday
told you.
I
Smetties?
want Sunday Smitties.
So Sunday Scaries, you know, you ever heard Sunday Scaries?
Yeah.
It's like the dread you feel before
Yeah.
going back to work. So
I don't feel that.
I do.
sometimes.
What is Sunday Smetties?
So no, it's basically just like thoughts on things. Usually like
Does she have to
viral
be here to do it?
videos. Well, I'd probably like record it on Friday and then release it Sunday. And then
Shit
and
out
then
of
there
luck. She's
was
not here on
yeah.
Fridays.
Nah, well,
Or
you know,
Sundays.
whatever.
Mondays.
You don't hate life on Sunday nights?
No,
I do.
I
So
love.
it
coming in
depends.
here.
It depends.
I like
love
coming here
coming to
too.
see
It has
this.
nothing to do with that. It just
Yeah.
has to do. It's just something about the weekend being over, and it's I don't know. I don't like Sundays.
We have a very enjoyable job, but just sometimes Sunday night is like it's like a little rough. You know,
Yeah.
it's
So what else is on there?
Secret Meals with Chris Cody, which is what I told him
Yeah,
about. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah,
his
I
Secret
remember that
Meals
one.
thing, but
Bleep
turned
that.
into like a
Bleep that.
thing.
nobody else takes it. So there was that, and then there was varying God bless stuff. There was God bless coffee, God bless pizza, God bless glizzies, which is a hot dog show, stuff like that.
The thing is that we've had a number of people.
Tony, bro,
and people,
my God,
people
my
don't-
God.
I mean, you
Play it, dude. You're
I
the
don't-
executive
There's
producer.
like 90 million buttons
you
on here,
said
dude.
it.
Jesus Christ.
I think he has it.
My God.
There you
Thank
go.
I don't think we can do any pizza related stuff. Like pizzas.
Are we out on pizza?
No, Barstool owns pizza.
Okay,
That's
okay,
it.
listen,
Game
listen,
over.
listen.
Like that's it.
No, listen.
We do
Okay,
burgers.
when you go to the bread aisle, right? There's a million breads.
Yeah.
And everybody buys these breads, right? So you can make. They don't have a fucking like
Cursed again.
on
Stop
on
doing
pizza.
that.
They don't have an embargo on pizza.
Yeah.
They
content.
do.
You can
No,
do
they
whatever you
kinda
want.
do.
But if
though.
you're
They
reviewing
do.
pizza, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that
You're
they
ripping
already
them
do
off.
that.
Yeah,
And they
exactly.
you can choose to watch it or they don't.
Can I
like
say
kinda
one bite?
subjective. Yeah,
No,
you can do
can't
anything.
Yeah.
say that. You can't say that
And then
one.
say everybody knows the rules, and then
Yeah.
you start your own pizza
Yeah.
company and you sell it
Yeah.
at Walmart or whatever.
Yeah,
It's actually not a bad idea.
heard it was bad.
We should have our own pizza. We should do it.
This started by saying pizzas is off limits.
When I see it tomorrow. There's pardon my cheesesteak at Marlins games. I was like, why isn't it Chris's cheesesteak?
Could be.
Because they have a company.
Oh no, because you're
And a
probably
business
because you're,
plan.
probably scared to sell your own cheesesteak because Billy
Rolls-
talked you out of it.
Chris's cheesesteak.
Exactly.
rolls
I did?
Right.
Yeah,
up big
dude.
time.
Exactly.
They don't have an embargo on pizza content. It's
I
like
think
they weren't
they
the
do.
first. They weren't the first. They're not gonna be the last.
But why would you do something that
I don't think embargo's the
someone
right
else
word
is
there.
known for doing,
Right.
when you could just do something else?
You could do something else. I gave you other options.
Can I give you a perfect example?
Go ahead.
Okay, so on Bird Road, and
And
It's a street in South Florida, by the way.
I
for those
should-
not
Long
from
street.
South Florida.
I shouldn't
Southwest
say
40th
this.
Street in
You could
Whittier.
review roads.
I shouldn't do this because it's mean spirited, but I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. So on Bird Road, there's this famous hot dog restaurant called Arbetters.
We all know it.
Yeah.
Arbetters.
Bird in 87.
I don't know it.
So
Are you gonna
Arbetters.
insult them?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because I'm leaving if you do.
Okay, so Arbetters is this famous hot dog restaurant. That's what they do. Hot dogs, and it's like Boston themed because they're from Boston. And
Chili dogs.
Before it was like a thing. Like I think if you say like Larry Bird or something after the
They give you a
Celtics win a
free-
championship, or some Boston team wins a championship, you get a free thing. And then there was like because they were never winning, and then they started winning. And so I wonder how that affected business. Anyways, so
You can get it on Uber Eats, by the way.
right down the street from Arbetters,
Oh, I heard about this.
they opened a Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs
Uh-huh.
right down the
Really?
street.
Those corporate shills.
And I, as someone who lives right by there, was not happy with that. And if you're the person that owned that Nathan's, I'm sorry to say this,
You're a jerk.
but I thought, you know what, I hope they go out of business.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I do not want them coming in and putting Arbetters out of business who's been here forever. Like, I was personally insulted that they opened that hot dog
Nathan's
chain
is too corporate,
down the
though,
street.
Billy.
Well,
Yeah,
guess
That's
what?
too corporate.
Guess
Arbetters
what?
is real
Guess
deal.
what?
Holyfield, Westchester staple.
Guess what? They closed. They don't exist anymore.
Whoa.
Arbetters is still there.
They
That's
just
right.
opened it.
And it doesn't exist
It doesn't-
anymore. I was
that
driving
goes to
down the
show
street
you.
and it wasn't there
You know
anymore.
what that means?
It's gone.
Westchester, incredibly loyal.
Yeah, well,
There you go.
I was very
Sounds like-
happy
sounds
to
like
see
somebody
that, and
talked to somebody,
I
yeah.
felt really bad about it because someone had
Yeah.
this chain and they went out of business. But like, serves you right.
Someone showed up at someo's like doorstep, like, "Hey, you're closed."
Yeah. What do you mean?
They
No,
were
I'm
like,
not.
"Okay."
We're just about to open. Exactly.
All right, we'll be back.
I love that. You do like the rejoin.
The newscaster. All right, we'll be back.
And we're back.
Mike Fuentes
Between
made
two ferns.
a little while ago a kind of disgusting revelation to me and Cougs when we were in the back, where he told us
Taken out of context.
what's
Not-
going on
it's
over
never
there.
Billy
good.
takes things out of context.
No,
a
yeah,
lot.
no. It's because
No, let him do this.
No,
let
no,
him
no.
say what it is.
No,
first.
no. Okay.
Don't defend yourself
I'm
before
not.
we
No,
know
no.
what
I'm
he's
not.
talking
I'm not.
about.
I'm not. This is just their general behavior.
People love saying that people are getting
Yours.
defensive.
This is Billy's
What do you mean
general
their general
behavior,
behavior?
and Kugler too.
Who refuses to be on the show?
Yeah, I
Should I go
say.
get him?
No, I say. Is he even here?
He's not going to come in.
You stay talking. And
He already
He's
told
wearing-
us
he's
that
wearing
he's.
like pink pants or something.
Yeah,
He is.
That has nothing to do with what we're
Peens.
talking about.
So
though.
anyway, so
Oh my God.
so I say I haven't bought a toothbrush in like a
Peens.
year.
No,
And
he
they
said,
go,
"I haven't bought a
listen," and
toothbrush
they go-
in years.
And they go, oh, disgusting.
That is
You don't brush
gross.
your teeth. Dude, it's because I go to the dentist 4 times a year, and every time I go, I get a free toothbrush. That's why. But no, but these
Bonus
guys are
feet
like,
days.
oh,
You
this
do
guy's
not go
disgusting.
4 times a year.
I've
not?
gone to the dentist like 14 times.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
that's
but
because
he's
you're
on.
just- you're
in
actually
your life?
disgusting.
No, he's on.
it's
No,
weird.
because he's on the extended copay plan where the dentist comes and he's like, "Oh, you have 8 cavities. I can only do half of one at a time. You got to come 16 times, and every time you got to pay."
For as long as
That's
I've,
the game.
For as long as I've been here,
I'm on to
Tony's
you,
been going to the
dentists.
dentist. The longest I've been here in this company,
He
over
always
a
has
year.
one follow up to go.
I do. I actually have one on the 14th of June.
You see, that's exactly what I'm saying. There's
And I
always
think after
one
that, I got
follow up to
another
go.
one. I think I'm gonna have another one after that.
Everybody's just getting up and leaving the studio right now, looking around outside. Is there like a fire? What's going on right now? I feel like Mike's here to get his stuff. I guess he worked out at the gym today. Anyway,
Are you okay? What made you get up? So
I wanted to get
quickly?
Cougs, but he's not. He's not.
he's never gonna come on.
Yeah.
He's already kind of told me that he's not gonna come on anymore.
I just opened the door and he just gave me the middle finger.
Oh, okay.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's so out of character
I
for
know.
him.
He didn't actually. I lied again.
Oh. He was buying poison on Amazon before.
I believe that.
Yeah.
That I believe.
So, anyways, he says that he buys. He's. It's been years since he bought another toothbrush, which
I
we
mean, I
thought was like
understand.
kind of disgusting.
No, but I understand where he's coming from because they always give me like 3 or 4 toothbrushes.
But then he also lied and said that he has one of those toothbrushes that you change the head. So he has like he gets the
Like an
free
Oral-B one?
toothbrush and then he
Electric
has.
at night and regular in the morning.
Wait, what?
why not just electric all the time?
Because I have sensitive gums, and the electric toothbrush like beats
What,
the
the
shit
dentist
out
told
of
you that?
them. No, it's just the
What does that
blood
mean?
coming out of
People
my gums.
do have.
tells me that.
You need to floss more.
Listen,
Do you water pick?
no,
Okay.
no, water pick's worthless.
I shot myself
What
in
are
the
you
eye with a
talking
water
about?
pick.
Water pick's worthless.
Dude,
We've been down this
I only
path
do real
before.
floss. That's it.
So
Real
do you
floss
do
is
floss or you
caveman.
don't floss?
I do floss.
But-
but I have sensitive gums, so if I use the electric one too much, it ends up hurting my gums and they bleed a little bit.
But I asked you if you floss, and then you said, "Pff," and then it was like flossing is fake. The
No,
Egyptians
no,
invented
no,
flossing.
no. That's a Tony
Wi-Fi.
take.
Some
That's
No,
a Tony
I
take.
love the water pick, and I also don't use regular floss. What year is
Yeah,
it?
like this is.
use a little like
the picks,
the little thing.
like things.
I use
yeah.
the water pick.
No,
I use
that-
the water pick, but when I need to get something that the water pick
The
won't
thing
take
with the
out,
string, the
thing
little.
with
Yeah,
string,
the thing about the string is like when you get caught, you kind of got to force it out, which is obviously bad. So when you have regular floss, if it gets stuck, you just let go of one side and you pull it through.
Mm.
brother. regular floss.
Tony, I'm not going to take teeth
You guys
advice from
aren't
you, bro.
flossing every
You're
day.
there.
What are you talking about?
Tony, you just literally admitted you go to the dentist like 20 times because your teeth are so messed up.
Well, you
I
said
never
also
said
you
my
go
teeth were messed
to the
up,
dentist
first
4 times a year. You said.
Yeah, I get quarterly cleanings.
You guys
Teeth are
don't-
important, dude.
You guys don't floss every day.
Yeah, but
I floss every
I floss
single
every day. I picked it up during the pandemic, and I don't bite my nails anymore either. That's why they're.
how did you stop doing that? You do the
'Cause-
nail polish?
No, remember they were like, "Hey, don't put your hands in your mouth."
Yeah, that's
COVID.
bullshit.
It probably was.
Hey,
the
guess what? I
time,
followed all the rules.
but-
I still got COVID.
But it kept me from biting my nails, and I don't bite my nails.
First off,
I
hold on,
use the nail
before Billy-
polish sometimes.
What Mike said was completely a grossly stated thing.
Go on.
Well said.
He's gonna defend.
Find the
his,
words, Tony.
He's gonna
Find the
defend his
words.
teeth.
I was just so in shock that you said that I go so much because my teeth are messed up. Not true.
Yeah.
I just want to make that.
That was it. We
That
stopped
was it.
just for that.
Yeah. I forgot where I was gonna go. I was trying to find it, and then I looked at Chris, and then I was like, "Oh shit, I don't remember what I was gonna say."
Why is it my fault?
How do you go 4 times a
Peyton.
year to the dentist?
I don't believe that. I don't believe you
get-
floss every day.
dude,
It's okay.
I-
that you
no,
floss
but
I think
every-
insurance
no,
covers
I-
too.
Yeah, insurance covers too, and
So-
then I pay the copay the other 2 times.
Hey,
It's
I
not
floss.
just-
crazy.
Hey,
No, the
I floss.
copays.
The copay's expensive.
I
Dude.
floss like
like
three
$30.
3 or 4
Nah.
times a week. I floss.
I hate the dentist.
No,
Dude,
no
and
one
I
likes
go to
it.
the
I like
dentist?
my dentist.
I go to the
but
dentist.
I hate the dentist.
I go to the dentist like once every, like twice.
You should go twice a year, like cleanings.
I
He
was going to
goes 4
say a
times a year.
decade.
That's more often than he buys toothbrushes, so
It
you're
is.
fine.
Twice.
I hate the
A decade.
I hate the dentist.
We
dude.
someone
it's-
someone
it
cursed
sucks.
again though. Just
It was
FYI.
Chris.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah. It's fine.
That's how much I hate
Cougar
the
told us
dentist.
that he has 3 of the exact same toothbrush.
Yeah, quips.
He's weird, dude.
Yeah.
He's a weird.
He's a
He
weird
doesn't
guy.
want to come on ever. He's afraid of getting criticized for.
He's
coming
actually
on.
talking right now. But we just can't hear him.
Well,
He's
yeah,
yelling
you
at the
know.
top of his lungs. He just can't hear.
He's very soft spoken.
Yeah.
That's how he gets away.
The Quips one is the one that has like an adjust, like you change them.
I just pretended to know what he was talking about, but I had no idea.
It's like a little metallic toothbrush, and then you change like the bottom.
The head,
it's like
yeah.
and it's like very good for traveling.
I
'cause it's
haven't
very
bought a
thin.
toothbrush in years because my wife does it for me.
Well,
Every couple weeks.
That's
just a new
technicality.
one. A new one. I'm like, am I blue or green? All right.
Oh, let's keep track of my coat. That never goes away.
That is an issue that it's kind of like, oh wow, this is an expensive toothbrush. Oh no, that's a Philips Sonic.
And sometimes I forget which one I am, and I
Sonicare.
touch the
Sonicare, yeah.
bristle to see if it's wet because my wife gets up.
She would've
sometimes
used it
before me,
already,
So
yeah.
it's like if it's wet, it's okay. That's hers.
What if it's dry and she hasn't brushed yet?
And then I'll ask,
Then it's
which one am
dry,
I?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think that my wife has one of these, and my daughter maybe. I don't know. Anyway,
Quip?
yeah, he said that he has 3 of them. One is for travel, one is for shower, and one is for regular brushing. Do you brush in the shower?
Yeah, sometimes, but I just use the same toothbrush. Why would I have a different toothbrush for
Just for the
different
shower,
place? Yeah,
yeah.
that's weird.
I mean,
I would just take it like
cooler.
out of where it goes, and then like brush my teeth, and then put it back where it goes.
I wish that he would be on the show so that people would kind of know who we were talking about, because we talk about him a lot, and he's become quite the character
Yeah.
in our universe, but doesn't want to do this. So anyway,
I like him being a character in secret though, because then we can kind of project anything onto him,
Yeah.
and then the people don't know what's real, what's
ooh,
not.
let's play a game called what is like 3 truths and a lie about Cougs.
Okay.
So someone will have a lie, and they have to say it, and then everyone has to guess which thing about him we're lying
I mean, I
about.
think we only know like 3 facts about him in total. So,
All right.
1, he kills people. 2,
That's
Diet Coke.
Yeah.
3, from Houston via Los Angeles. 4, he doesn't think comedians are funny.
That one's
Yeah.
for sure true.
Padres fan.
Padres
also-
fan.
also Yankees
Oh, thanks
fan.
for the invite to the game the other night, by the way, Chris.
Oh yeah, he was pissed about that.
it's
That you
not
didn't
like-
invite him to
I
the
live
game.
walking distance from the stadium, but it's fine.
He
No
said
big
that
deal.
to me, and I said it was a Chris Cody thing. Like, you can't get mad at me. I was an invited guest.
Yeah, they were really quick to throw you under the bus for that. By the
It
way.
was
Who's
just
they?
you and Matt.
well, it was just like I got tickets and. You know,
Where did the tickets
I
come
go-
from? Can I get to the bottom of
I-
this? Because I got a story.
I went to the people that I thought were baseball people. Well, Brad, no, the reason is Brad was like, let's go to a Marlins game, and then I got 4 tickets, and it was like, all right, so who are the baseball?
How'd you
people?
get? How'd you
And you
get
didn't
them?
think
Thank
of
you
me?
thank you for inviting me. By the way,
Yeah.
I had a good time. Who did you?
You went?
Yeah,
Wow.
I hang out.
I know.
With, I hang out with people from work all the time.
You never hang out with
What?
me.
Yeah. Whenever I'm
No.
invited places, I go.
I said me. You never hang out with me.
You never invite me.
That's not true.
Where have you invited me to?
I feel like Tony's invited you a lot of places.
No, he knows that
I
I'm not
haven't
going to go with
invited
him. He doesn't
Well,
even bother anymore.
That's the other problem.
Yeah.
No, Chris asked me, so I said, yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
Anyway, where'd you get the tickets from? Because the way that I
for
understood
free
it,
from Chris Whittingham.
Okay, but yes.
How?
But I thought that you said that he got them from someone else.
Well, that's just my assumption.
Okay,
one of his best friends is
is
that
it?
not
Oh.
how it happened? I don't want to say names if we.
Well,
should,
I reached out to him and I said, thank you for the tickets. I heard that you
And he
gave
said
these
no?
to Chris Whittingham, who then gave them to Chris, and then I ended up with one of the tickets, so I really appreciate it.
And he said no.
And he said I had nothing to do with
Oh,
that.
I mean,
so
Whitty's
I thanked the
main-
wrong person for the
What if Whitty
tickets.
bought the tickets for Chris Cody and just gave it to him?
No.
Yeah, that is a
No,
very
the
Whitty
way they
thing
were
to
shared
do.
with me, I don't think they were.
Here,
Purchased.
buddy, here are the tickets.
But I don't know where he got them. I just know that he somehow I'm in a group chat with him and Brad was like, "Let's go to a Marlins game." I'm like, "I'm down," and Whitty was like, "I can get tickets if you need." That's how it happened.
What do you think Whitty's life is like now? Just traveling
Amazing.
the
He's
country,
happy?
doing
You
soccer
think he's
things.
happy?
He looks happy.
He looks really happy.
Should I call him?
Good for
Yeah,
him.
call him,
Yeah,
call
call
him.
him. See if he picks up.
Okay,
That's
this
like we
is
did with
good.
Solana.
Yeah.
Solana called me after that episode, by the way.
And what did he say?
He's like, "What happened? Like, why did you call me?" And I was like, "Oh,
A lot of people didn't like that. They thought we were really mean to him.
Yeah. How much do you think the cheapest ticket is tonight against Oakland?
Well, it depends where you're buying it.
That's true, but no, just off the top of your head, what do you
The
think?
cheapest
Like,
ticket's
what do you
like
think?
On where? Like Game Time or one of those?
I'm on SeatGeek right now.
Jeez, Whitty.
Oh.
Wow,
Whoa.
getting
Didn't
big
ring
Okay,
at
time.
all.
well, now you know
Yeah,
how his
getting
phone
big
number
time.
starts.
it's 9.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
4."
9?
You only have a couple.
9 or 4? Give me one, quick.
No, 9 was Woody's phone number.
Oh,
I'd say 4.
It seems like it's close to 4.
okay. Chris?
What are we at? What are we guessing?
He's guessing the cheapest ticket to the Marlins game today on SeatGeek.
$9.
It's $3.
I saw $1 tickets the other day and I almost bought them, but they had like $7 fees, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
the
a totally
problem.
different
Yeah,
game.
It's like
I was
I'm
like, I
not
don't know
gonna
about
pay
this.
$700, like
700%.
Yeah, exactly. In
Yeah,
fees,
in
like
fees.
yeah.
It was a lot. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
For
But
that
it's
you
funny because
walked
it's
there.
still an amazing deal. But
I
no,
lo-
not doing it.
Yeah, I'm
principle.
so opposed to fees. We were just talking about this over there. That's how the toothbrush ring started.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I bought a toothbrush the other day because it showed up as an Amazon deal of the day, and there was the line through it, and it was like 53% off, and I said I can't beat that deal.
Do you think those are fake? Do you think they just put whatever they want?
100%.
off?
100%.
Probably,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, not all the time, but I know that
That happens.
people do it.
That happens at a grocery store down here, where it'll say buy one get one free, and then it'll say you save X,
Yeah.
whatever it is, and it's like something that costs $3.99. It says you save $6.53 if you do buy one get one free, and that would imply that this product costs $6.53, which I know it doesn't because I bought it last week for $3.99. So they just make up those numbers.
But I'm a sucker for a good BOGO.
Everybody
same.
is.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's you at BOGO.
Like when they go Cape Cod chips BOGO.
Oh,
Can I
buddy.
tell you free
Boy dominates.
Buddy.
free advertising right now?
Cape Cod?
If you go now through Wednesday, if you go to Publix, you get Wise potato chips, buy one get one free.
Not a wise guy.
We can
You're
tell.
a wise
We
guy.
can tell. We can tell.
Was that close to the end of the thing?
No, he's up 2
I was
minutes.
waiting for
yeah.
it.
Tony unleashed that laugh like it was for sure the last thing going on.
Yeah,
in the
I feel like
segment.
Red Cody.
How do you guys feel about me skipping the last segment because I have to catch a train?
Feel
There's
kinda
time.
bad about
No,
it,
there's
actually.
time. You're not
Yeah.
gonna do that.
But Billy will take
You're
you
not
home
gonna be
if
doing
anything.
that.
Wow.
You're not gonna be doing
Billy
that.
will take you home for sure.
You'll be here.
Your job. I mean, your job.
Yeah,
your
don't worry
train
about it.
is like
My
15
train
minutes.
stops boarding in 21 minutes.
Here's the problem that we ran into. How far is it?
It's like a 10-minute walk.
Is it
if I'm-
government center?
No, it's
like-
Wilkie D. Ferguson exit, which you can just take the mover 2 stops.
Yeah, but then he's depending on the mover. That's a
He's
dangerous
cutting
game.
it close.
Yeah.
This is dangerous. Well, okay. How about this?
I could always call in and be part of the segment on my phone.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you bring something really
I gotta say,
strong?
I hate that, but okay.
Why don't you bring something really strong for the remainder of this segment?
Yeah, for the
Yeah,
next
got a minute.
75
and
seconds.
maybe set us up for success in the next segment because
Correct.
I feel like no one's brought anything today except for me, of course.
Thanks.
What did you bring? Our Betters and Nathan's?
And toothbrushes
The
and sad
Arbetters-
NBA moments.
The
You
Arbetters
haven't
was
said
good.
Shit about Saturday. Oh yeah, you did.
The Arbetters was good though because it made me know that Billy is going against people who start franchises.
I'm gonna
I
make-
drew Chris.
I'm gonna make a paper airplane.
So did I.
Talked about Wise potato chips being on sale. Man, I've been carrying us.
I'm gonna bring it home
honestly.
here.
My back hurts.
Jeez. Oh.
I'm carrying this show.
And you know what? I think I'm gonna take Chris's train home. I'm gonna miss this last segment.
I'm gonna bring it home here with a paper
I
airplane.
asked you to come up with a topic that we could talk about
This is
at
for
least
40
for me.
seconds.
You're
This
making
so
a
is my
paper
move here.
airplane.
Watch, like there's a detail here.
That's
for
a
my
bad
paper.
airplane.
Watch.
That's a
Watch.
very
Wait for it,
bad
wait for it,
paper
wait for it,
airplane.
wait for it. Now, like, see this?
That-
I always
that's a
gave it
broken
like
piece
the
of it.
wings, huh? With
That's a
little back
terrible
wings.
airplane. That's not gonna do anything.
Here it is.
That's
no
not
way
gonna
that
do-
flies.
That is a
The
horrible
wings
paper
are so
airplane.
small.
Give me a wide. Jason.
How about this? If
Give
you
me a
hit,
wide,
if you hit
yeah.
it close to the camera, you can go.
All right.
That's a terrible
gonna
paper
go
airplane.
right
Dude,
in-
this is a great.
It's gonna
Have
go
you ever made one?
right into your laptop.
That's a horrible. Those wings aren't strong enough to hold that piece of paper. That's a
Dude,
horrible
you guys are
airplane.
sleeping on this. Here we go. Ready?
That's a bad airplane.
There's no way this works.
It's
Not terrible.
Not terrible.
Like 3
It
or
really
4
wasn't.
feet.
I
3
thought it
or
was
4
gonna be a lot
feet
worse
of.
than
Yeah,
that.
it really
3 or
was.
4
Don't
feet of
use that,
nice
don't use
flight.
that, don't use
You have
that.
5 seconds
This
to
is
do
for
this.
today's show. It's done.
Oh,
We don't need to do this.
You guys all do paper airplanes next segment.
Next segment.
You're welcome. We'll be back.
I won't.
I'm still here.
You're gonna miss the train. You
I
should
know.
probably
I'm
go.
gonna leave. I want to see your paper airplane.
Billy's
though.
on the right track though. That's
He's
how
got
you're
a different. He's
supposed to
got
do it.
much better paper than I did.
No.
That's stronger paper.
It's the
More
strategy
It's the
that
strategy.
that
It's
is
the
totally
double
different.
fold.
Wow, that looks good. You've done this before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course I've done
It's the
paper
double
airplanes
fold.
before. I just don't know how it is that I want to finish this out. If I want to do this, or if I want to give it the stand-up wings on the back that sometimes you can do.
Yeah.
Oh, what,
You
you
know
mean
what
what
I
I did?
No. Do like stabilizers
Yeah, he means
back here. Yeah.
stabilizers.
But I want you to stand in the back corner when you throw it.
Yeah, throw
That
it.
back corner back there.
Dude,
Listen,
Billy's got a
guys,
hell of a paper
we're
airplane.
That
doing-
looks great.
That
by
thing
the
is
way.
amazing.
I would fly that thing to Atlanta.
We're
Take your headphones.
Are you-
headphones off and walk to the back
Are you
corner.
going? You're going to cover one of the hockey games,
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna be at
in
game
Las
5.
Vegas.
Game 5.
Yeah.
Are you excited about that?
Couldn't be more excited.
Have you gone to road playoff games before or no?
Not for the the Bills. I went to the Bills Dolphins.
You're
but
going as a fan too, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to kind of be professional. You're not going credentialed. That's
I'm not
awesome.
going
What
credentialed.
day is that? Like Wednesday
It's
next
a
week? or
Tuesday
something?
night game. Yeah.
Next Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. A week from
A
Tuesday.
week from Tuesday.
It's a week from
Oh,
this
got
Tuesday
you.
coming
Oh.
up.
Yeah.
I
All
fly
right,
out
'cause-
next Monday.
Okay, take your headphones
I'm trying to
off.
take inventory here because a lot of people are traveling to a lot of these games, and I'm trying to figure out like, well, who's going to be here and who's going to be
Looks
working?
like it's gonna be me and you, Bubby.
I'm doing apparently I'm doing the show the next
It'll
day
be
after
you.
the game from Zoom, like in Vegas.
That's going to go poorly.
I know.
Yeah.
It'll do like one segment and Dan will be like, enough of that, and then
Yeah,
I'll
I
just
gotta
go
say, I
gamble
don't
for the
like-
rest
He
of the
doesn't. He doesn't like the Zoom. The people
Really,
joining on Zoom.
go stand in the
I'm
back
gonna
corner
start
there when you
just, like,
throw it. Take
miming-
your headphones off so you don't rip them
I'm
off.
gonna just be like not talking.
But this
No,
show
look,
shouldn't be let's make your paper
Carl
airplanes and
wants
play.
us to do physical comedy, so get in the back
Is
there.
that a real thing?
Yes,
Comedy.
go in the back over there. So we
I
can
was
use-
actually thinking while I was doing this, there's no way that anyone's happy that we're just making paper airplanes.
we're
on
never
air
gonna
today.
throw this fucking plane. Can you get in the back
Yeah,
over there and
stop
throw the
cursing.
plane?
I mean, he's editing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Married to a sailor.
Let's see. Here we go.
Do sailors curse a lot?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Allegedly. Where
Curse-
am I throwing it at? That's
See it.
Yeah.
See it.
Try
see
to
it-
hit my hand.
It's gonna go like straight up.
Yeah,
or
there you
straight
go.
down.
Well,
But
Chris,
throw-
Chris,
but
move your
that-
head
you
back a little
control
bit so we can see him throw it.
Wow.
Dude, it's like a dart.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
the best airplane I've ever seen, including real ones.
Have you seen those paper airplanes that like in stadiums where the guy throws it from like the upper deck?
Yeah.
And it sails all the way
Hate that
down.
guy.
to
I
the
watched
pitch?
one the other day that went in the goal and everybody cheered.
Yeah. All right,
I'm
it was
leaving.
in the upper deck and they went.
Bye,
Oh,
Chris.
we're just talking about
okay.
airplanes. Jeez.
Yeah, we got 10 minutes left.
He does have to go though.
Make a paper air train.
A paper air train.
Yeah. Anyway, so are you going to any of these games, NBA
I
or
don't
NHL?
know. TBD. There's been talks about me going to Denver for one of the Heat road playoff games. That's also TBD.
Backpack's in here.
Oh,
This worked out great.
oh, here it is. Yeah. There's been talks of me going to the Denver one. That's TBD. Obviously, if there's a sweep.
It won't be a sweep.
But just in case there is a sweep, chances are I probably wouldn't be going.
I didn't get credentialed for any of the NBA Finals games, which this morning I was thinking it'd be really cool because I didn't go to the Super Bowl game, but I went to the Super Bowl. I'm credentialed to
Right.
do Stanley Cup Final.
Right.
Then I was thinking if I get basketball, I do that.
You
and
get
then
like the
I need
trifecta?
No, I was going to try to find my way to go to the World Series and hit the Big
We had the
Four
World
all in
Baseball
one
Classic
year.
at least.
That was fun. I really like the World Baseball
I got
Classic.
cheated out of that one.
You
So I was
guys,
very
you guys
excited for
seem
that
like
one
you had
too.
a really like you especially had a really good time. You and Roy.
I was super professional though, if
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest
Oh, you
with
were
you.
well.
I was there with a credential, and I was sitting in the press area, and I did no cheering. There was, and I don't want to be a snitch, but there were like the row in front of me was all Venezuelan media, and any time that they scored, they would get really excited and
Really?
cheer, and I was like, oh,
Homers.
I don't know, we're
You
supposed to
when
be
they
doing
when
that.
they played Cuba.
Who?
play Cuba?
America?
No, Venezuela.
The U.S. played Cuba.
Okay. So you were like USAing it up at the time then.
No, I was being
was a
professional. I
journalist.
They're not
wasn't.
doing
Yeah, I
anything.
wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't reacting either way. That one was like that was a crazy.
What
game.
did you really do?
What do you mean?
Like, what did you do there?
I just watched.
He watched the game.
I tweeted out some pictures. I did some reporting. I was actually keeping score of the game. I was ready to. Timing wise, it wasn't great because I was on vacation. So we didn't go far. We ended up renting like
that's
a
right.
place at Fort Lauderdale Beach. So I felt terrible
Driving down to the
because
games.
I literally drove up, left my family there, and was like, all right, gotta go. I have a game that I need to go to. So then I drove back down. And then the next day I did the same thing. And then I was like, I need to take off like a semifinal or something because I can't spend my vacation driving up and back, spending time with my family, and then saying I need to go to cover the World Baseball Classic. And then to your point, I was off. So like, if anybody wanted reports on what was going on, I could have easily just called in and given it to you. I had notes, I had all kinds of stuff, but no one asked. So I just kind of kept it in my
You were
notebook.
off.
Yeah, I was.
So it's like in the calendar, Billy's off, but he's also reporting live, but not really.
Not my best planning situation, but also it was spring break at the time. So my wife and my daughter were off, so I couldn't choose that. You know what I mean?
Out of the ones that you've been credentialed for and you've gone to, obviously you're now going to go to the hockey one coming up soon. What's your favorite so far? of
The
things
coolest
you've
was the
covered?
Super Bowl. down here.
In 2020.
Yeah, the 2020 Super Bowl, just because I didn't ever thought that I would cover a Super Bowl. You're saying like as a credentialed person, or just coolest thing that you've been to sports-wise? I also got like tickets to the Daytona 500 through Marty Smith, but it wasn't credentialed.
Was that cool?
It was cool because he hooked us up with, it's called like a hot pass, so you're down like in the pits and you can kind of just, it's kind of wild. Like you're really close to the pits, and before the race, you could like walk on the track. You're in the pits, like. So the drivers are like driving by, and it's like you're walking right next to them. It was a pretty cool experience. You can kind of go up and down.
So if you give me a top three, so I can write this down. Top three coolest sports moment for Billy Gill's life. Credentialed.
Credentialed?
Yeah.
Oh, credentialed.
Yeah, since you've been
different.
like an adult. Yeah.
Okay, so credentialed, I went to the first game of the Big 3 era.
Okay.
When I was an intern. Super Bowl.
Which one?
The one down here. Yeah, only one. Yeah, the Chiefs came back. But the fourth quarter, I was in a tunnel because I had to go out on the field after.
Because you were getting stuff for, like, who was it? It was Mike Tannenbaum, right?
Yeah, it was Mike Tannenbaum. I was doing the post-game show live, so I had to get guests for him. I got Terrell Suggs. Yeah, T-Sizzle. Yeah, they were really happy. That's the only person I was able to get, though. So it wasn't very successful.
Okay. So Big 3, Game 1. Chiefs-Niners.
Super Bowl. And
WBC.
WBC. I was there at the final. U.S. versus Japan. Ohtani struck out Mike Trout. Other cool things I've done is Ninja Warrior, but that's not credentialed. But I did that.
That's really cool though.
Yeah, and I liked it.
It's kind of like a moment in time thing though.
But I was a fan of the show, so I liked it. So doing it was actually scarier.
No, but it's not
than
like
you would think.
It's not like eternal, like these huge things. Like it's not like the Super Bowl. It's just American Ninja Warrior. You know, like eventually you'll be lost to time, or the Super Bowl probably won't. But I get what you're saying. Maybe. It did look very cool, and I'm sure it was fun.
No, but when you're on the set, so like you kind of like when you're watching, you don't realize, or I never realized what it is. So like you're doing these stunts on these platforms that are like 20 something feet in the air, and then there's like just this little pool that's basically like it's like a shipping container that's like cut in half. I mean, it's not, but it's like a shipping container that's cut in half with like 3 feet of water. So like I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, this thing is like maybe 6 feet wide. Like if I fall off of this thing,
there's a chance I don't make it in the pool.
There's probably not. I would imagine that they've figured it out so there's not. But like when you're standing there and you're 20 something feet in the air on these platforms and all this stuff, and you're looking down, like it's in the back of my head, like because number one, I know I'm not going to finish this course.
Right.
At some point, I'm going to fall into this water. Hopefully, I do it in a way in which I don't get hurt, hit my head, knock myself out, and drown in front of everybody, because that would be like worst case scenario.
Well, they tell you to not dive into shallow pools, but what if you're flying from 20 feet down into a shallow pool?
This goes to what Billy was saying about, you think they've worked it out? What I've learned is they're all human beings, and they're just like us, and they might not have worked it out.
I think they've worked it out. I had on that one, I didn't get to like that warped wall at the end that you run up and you have to pull yourself.
Right.
So I didn't get to that, right? But I did ninja training the week before for like a social bit that we did, where I found a place that does ninja training up in Fort Lauderdale I went to, and they had a warped wall there that I was able to do. So I ran up, I grabbed the top of the wall.
And you had to pull yourself up?
But the way that they had to set up is the top of the wall was the ceiling. So it was like a 15-foot high thing or whatever it was. And you have to run up, but that's really dangerous, because when you watch it on TV, you think like, oh my God, you just run up or you fail or whatever, right?
Nothing's as easy as it make it seem on TV.
Well, they're athletes that are doing this. So like even when they fail, they're like great athletes that are failing, right? When a normal person's doing it, it's the opposite.
It looks extra pathetic.
So like what they tell you when you're going to do it is like, if you're not going to make it, you need to run backwards down the hill. Your body's going to tell you to stop, but if you stop, your leg will bend backwards.
Will snap,
because you're going in that direction. So you need to either turn around and run back down, or you need to backpedal as quickly as you can. And that's a scary proposition.
Not seem fun at all.
That's a scary proposition. No, but when I went up and I grabbed it, I did like a pull up, I did like a chin up on it, and I let myself down. Oh, I felt so accomplished. And then I go on the course, and it was like not what I expected. It was live with the announcers, and the lights were on and whatever.
Yeah, you don't account for that.
Akbar Baji was there?
They let 2 people do it live. So like they were running the course before the ninjas ran the course that night. So like everyone else did like the media thing, right? And then they let 2 people do it live. They let Amin do it live, and they let me do it live.
We all see how that turned out.
When Amin did it live, it got all of like the whatever. So it was kind of forgotten. I failed spectacularly also. I got through the first thing very easy, then I got to the second one. And then when I was on the second one, they're like, okay, stop down because we need to set up the cameras again. And I was wondering, like, is this how it works with like the real people? Because they have a clock, so probably
Right,
not.
they gotta go.
But I was just standing up on that platform awkwardly while like the fans are there watching it.
Because you had to like do the shifting momentum lily pad thing.
I didn't get
right?
that one. I got one that had spinning platform, so I had to basically run across at full speed and go. If you hesitated, it would spin and you'd fall off, which is what happened to me. And he stopped and it spun and he fell.
So what was the second one that you were?
The second one that I did was you basically had to like bear hug this like almost like a giant like punching bag or something, and you had to slide it. It slid down this thing that bounced a couple times,
and you had to hold
and then
on.
you ended up on a platform. I did it. And then I didn't do it with my back facing it, so the momentum didn't take me all the way. So I swung, I got my foot on the platform, and then I fell backwards into the water. My tummy came out. It was like a whole thing. It was embarrassing. It was a bad thing. But I wouldn't have survived the next one. Roy did it in the practice. He did the 2, and then he did the next one. Is like it was like these like moving things that you had to run in a straight line across, but they would go one way or the other if you didn't run like perfectly down the middle.
Your body doing that. Like a leg or an ankle or something.
That's why real athletes do it and not. Yeah. I always tell people I was just too big to do American Ninja Warrior because I didn't have. Well, no, for real though. If you're too big, you can't hold your whole upper body on like your fingertips, is what some of the things do. I was nowhere near the point that I had to do that.
So one of the things that I find always the hardest when I see people doing it is like the monkey bars, where you have to like.
Yeah, I used to be so good as a little kid. Now I can't do it.
Move it down.
Oh yeah, the jumping. I did. Yes. I almost killed myself.
Your
in the
arms
ninja
gotta
training.
be on fire doing that.
In the ninja training, I almost decapitated myself because it was one that you had to go up, like not like forward. Right. You just had to basically jump, pull yourself out, and then go up. And it was like I think it's called a salmon ladder.
Yes.
So I was doing that. And then, of course, I failed multiple times, so I'm holding this metal bar, and then I'm falling.
On the way up?
No, on the way down, I'm falling and hitting myself in the face almost. Yeah, very dangerous.
We're almost at 40 seconds, so is
what does that mean?
Is there stuff to promote?
Just check out all our stuff.
Yeah.
Is that helpful? We have God Bless Football that's out this week, and we had Field Yates come on, and Mike Golick's there. We have God Bless Hockey with Roy Bellamy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything?
I mean, doing post-game shows with Tom and an assortment of characters, Zach Harper.
Check out
Charlotte
the YouTube.
Wilder.
Check out our LeBatard shop.
Nice shirt
shop.
in there with Hemi Butler and our boy Kachucky.
Kenny Albert's on God Bless Hockey also. He's calling the game.
He a nice guy?
How was Roy on that? Was he very
chummy?
Journalistic, yeah.
He said that he was going to go and introduce himself and he's like, yeah, of course, come. I don't know if he actually wants to meet Roy. Hey, that's it.
Goodbye.
That's all.
Okay, goodbye.
Have a good week.